So how did we get to pedophiles in the White House? And I'm going to give my thoughts on the matter and kind of explain things. And it starts with millionaires. And the only way that you can be a millionaire is that you are ripping other people off, not paying them a living wage, not paying them enough, and you are taking their hard labor and you're exploiting that, and you're taking more of their labor to make more money. So you have to, have less empathy in order to do that. So you start there. You start to lose empathy, thinking, oh, you deserve the money, you deserve to be able to, you're better than your workers, you're better than the peasants, you're better than everyone else. So that's how you start to lose the empathy. Once you get bigger and bigger, and so multimillionaires, you're losing more and more empathy. You think you're better and better. There's actual people that you can hire to counsel you on how good of a person you are for fucking all these people over, and to say that you're such a good person for all this money that you've got. Christian nationalists now is just, that's their whole thing, the more money I have, the more that God has given me, the better I am. The worse people are, if they don't have any money, then they're shit and God doesn't love them, so why would I care about them? So once you get to multi-billionaire and trillionaire status, then you come up with a problem of having absolutely no trust of anyone else. How do you trust someone doing $1 trillion deal? There is no history that you can rely on. There is no promises that you can rely on that someone else is not going to fuck you over and just take all your money and you're left destitute because you've just trusted someone. So how do you trust someone when you're doing $1 trillion deal? A normal person's not going to come up with this answer, but the answer is you have to hold something over the other person that is going to destroy them. So, two people have to know something about the other person that they can release. Like, I know you're not going to fuck me over, because if you fuck me over, I'm going to release this information that you did blah, blah, blah to blah, 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 and they were only blah, blah, blah years old, and that's going to just destroy you, your career, your everything. And you know that I'm not going to fuck you over because you have information of when I did this horrible stuff to that person, and when I was this years old, I did this to this person, and that would destroy me. So it's the only way that you can garner trust is by having horrible information over the other person that you can release and you can ruin their life and their career. And that's how you garner trust between trillionaires and billionaires and all of that shit. So that's just between two. And then, you've got Saudi Arabian princes, you've got CEOs, you've got all of these people. You'd need sort of a community to, rather than have one person or you hold all of the information on each other. What if you had a club of a bunch of people and then one person held all of the information? You didn't have to have all of this information on this person, this person, this person. You just know that you can get access to this club, and everyone just trusts everyone in the club because there's an information broker that has all of this information on everyone. And once you're in the club, then you're trusted because everyone knows that there's enough information on everyone in that club to fuck them over completely and utterly if that information is released. So, yeah, you get Epstein Islands. Information brokers of horrible, fucked up shit that people have done, so that they can go in the trust club, so that we know that we know that we can trust you because you've raped children with everyone else. Yeah. Okay. So imagine you're a new billionaire. You're a 25, 30-year-old white man. You've made your first couple of million, you want to get in this club, you want to start making massive deals, you hear about this Jeffrey Epstein Island, and you go, okay, well, if this is how I get into the club, okay, cool. You get there and they're like, yeah, we don't trust you. We need to build that trust by you just having fun and us recording you do that. What sort of fun? Well, there's some girls here. You can just have whatever sort of fun you want. And then the guy goes, oh, they're a bit young, but that's kind of what I'm interested in. Yeah, I'm going to go and have some fun and do that. Yeah, that sounds good. Cool. And then cool. And then you get to explore that a bit and take it a bit further. Further. I'm not going to just... It just gets to the point where nothing else is fun anymore until you're going to do that extreme stuff. When you start to beat people, you start to get younger, you start to, more and more. And they love you for doing that because then they've got more evidence on you. So you're encouraged to do more heinous shit to younger and younger victims, to have more evidence on you and more trust built on you so that you're in the club and there's more evidence against you to have you completely fucked over if you fuck other people over. So it's a trust building exercise to rape children. Isn't that fucked? So then, as I said, you just don't have any enjoyment in regular life anymore. Regular sex, regular girlfriends, regular wives. No, that's not fun. You need to have extreme parties and get even worse and debauchery and fucked. And it just gets to the point where there's friggin' rituals and demonic things. It's like, not only have I done this to this child, I've also sacrificed this person and drunk their blood, and it was my own fucking baby, and fucking, yeah, look how evil I am. And that's just... Of course there's no empathy because it's just, you can't. It's surgically removed. Like, they've removed it from themselves by doing all of this shit. But it also explains why no one is doing anything about it that's in the government, because they're all in it. They're all in the circle. They're all protecting each other. Right? So if one gives someone up, then they're all given up, and that's why they're so absolutely desperate to hold it, because there's so much information. There's only 2% of information from the Epstein files that has been released. There's 98% of it that's still coming out of people doing all of this stuff to gain trust with each other, which is just horrible and heinous to every normal person that actually looks at it and like, how could you do that? That's just like... So how do we fix this? We've got here where, everyone's in the government, everyone in the GOP is fucking in this club. No one is ratting on each other. They're all sort of clinging to this sinking ship, because there's just so much information that was just ruin every single one of them. So this is what's happened. How do we fix it? Kill every single one of them. Not, they need to answer for their crimes. They need to go to jail. They need to look down the barrel of a camera and say, yes, I still believe in Trump, because of course they do. They're in the club. There's so much information on every single one of them that they have to band together. The only way is to cut the cancer out. Just fucking French Revolution. Kill every single one of them off. Start again. Start from front. The matriarchy needs... If men start wars, women need to be in charge. It's that simple. Right. And it's America. There's so many guns. There's so many gun deaths. There's a mass shooting per day. A mass shooting of 4 or more victims. I don't know if it's death, but at least victims. People getting shot. 4 bullets a day minimum that are getting shot around and hitting people. How is none of them hitting Donald Trump and killing him instead of school children? There's people who think, I'm going postal and shooting up a school. Take that energy to the government and kill them off. That needs to happen. That's your fucking Second Amendment and your, tyrannical government shit and the government's here and don't step on me. They're treading on you. They're treading on you. You need to take your guns and kill them off. That's the only solution, is to kill them all off. If I was in America, I would be doing that now. I don't know why others aren't. Like, you see them in the streets. There's workers in the White House, there's cleaners, there's staff members, there's is every single cleaner and security guard on the list as well? And that's why no one's just going, oh, freaking bang bang, just kill this shit off. Like, we're here because no one's done anything yet. No one's thought, yes, the problem's bad enough, it needs to stop. Like, other countries get it, the French get it. They had, just chop all their heads off, right in front of everyone. When the Nazis were all captured, then, there was a bunch of those were executed in front of everyone. We're at that time, we're at that period. It's self-defense now. They are trafficking our children to be victims of sex trafficking and sex crimes, right? And then killed off these kids, eaten. And you know how much acid that Jeffrey Epstein bought? Was it 300 gallons or something? That's the bones of the kids. Like, of course they're never found because the bones get fucking acided off, and like, we just need to start killing them off. Jesus fuck.